Alright guys, welcome to the channel. By the time this is up on YouTube, everybody should have known this by now, but Score quit from being admin yesterday, and he wrote a bit about why he did that, which is already up on screen. I'm gonna keep it on screen until I roll the intro just so you have a chance to read it yourself. But like I said, yesterday Score quit, and it says quite a lot about DeFi actually, but there's also a lot to say about the future of DeFi too, and the downward spiral that we're going in with DeFis. And of course, a lot of I told you so. So let's roll the intro, let's get into this video.
Nah, for real, they be talking tough, but they won't get up in that field. ARPs and 223s get hit up in your grill. Iron on me like I'm Tony, like an orange eye pill. Come and get your shorty, cause she tryna cop a feel.
Well, I'm probably going to go like paragraph by paragraph on what Score said and respond to each one, say my own things about it. And that'll be like my format for the video, so let's get into the first paragraph. Alright, he said a lot in this first part, so I'm just going to go over it. He said at one point the doxing isn't really punishable anymore, which I don't really get what he meant by that exactly, but I do know that we got to a point where like hilarious, like hot potato the blame game. They've been doing that for years where they do some dirt together, and then they choose a fall guy and the rest of them play the hot potato game with the blame. And then when it's all said and done, they basically all get unbanned, and then within like 6 months they re-offend and get banned again. Which kind of annoys me seeing this on the sidelines, especially someone who's been banned since I was 12 years old in 2020. Like each third player, even though I advocate for a lot of them, they've been unbanned at least 3 times since 2024, and that's kind of crazy. Some even more than that. And they still end up re-offending anyways. And if I got 1 second chance, I would have been chilling by now. Not re-offended or shit. But because of friendship cheese and defuse, because of the TOs who don't know better about defuse politics, a failure to provide any oversight defuse politics, they keep giving them second chances and they keep re-offending. And interestingly, he also said that we got to a point where it's meaningless to ban some because of third-party servers and the alts. And I said both those things too. When community posts over, I think it's like Christmas break. Actually, I'm gonna go find them and say word for word. Alright, I found it. Banning so many active players for the slightest offense has completely removed the ability of staff to ban people from the community, which is somewhat dangerous. For example, the people who are doxing Jets showing defuse with his family's names, who Score also mentioned here, you can't remove them from the community because they are the community, and you have no choice but to coexist with them if you want in on any active lobbies. As for third-party servers, there are also more reasons why people go to those third-party servers instead of staying in main, but I'll go to them later in the video, not right now. Like going back to people being in third-party servers and not being in main, Score also brought up the fact that people are getting banned for frivolous reasons, and that's why they're getting alts and going to third-party servers. And he said that there should have been a radical shift a long time ago to unban people who have been banned for a super long time. And he named me, he named Harry, he named Dex and Rex, of course, which is a great shout. Like, he's always been one of us, but to see him, like, I've been saying that publicly is pretty dope. And of course he's right to say that. Like, we're playing a 2D game at the end of the day. Like, unless you're RSO or you're scripting, you shouldn't be banned permanently. There should always be an off-ramp for you to be unbanned eventually, even for a super long time. And then he ends off by saying that the number one community servers ran by doxers, which he did go on like a little rant about how he doesn't know if it's true for sure, but I'm gonna say it's kind of true. Like Soul's run by Pal, Smokey, and the Kabuki. So it's like those 3 in that order. And I believe Smokey was involved in Jess doxing and defuse, and Kabuki obviously doxed the Vampire the Shop he mentioned. And yeah, I do hope that what Score says a radical, like wake up call for the staff, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Like they're pretty stubborn, and they've had years to realize that what they're doing is fucked, but they won't. And then for the last part, Score says the most active like third-party server ever. And it's like a really OG one from like 2020, 2019 called Noob. Only real OGs are gonna know this, but yeah, it's a pretty dope server. I got banned from it because I was like 12 and retarded when I tried to join it, but yeah, good server. And then he apologized for shutting down during his last days as an admin, but it's valid to be honest. Like, you have a lot of people to get unbanned. Mostly alert players who constantly get themselves unbanned and re-offending, but I'm sure when Kabuki got exposed, he got yelled at, and Mecca complained, did her usual, "Oh, I don't know why you ban people, and then we unbanned them, and then they do the same shit over again, her. Well, she's unbanning everybody except for, like, fucking people who deserve it. And if she has any common sense, she always ban out people, like, in Diffuse who are constantly banned, never gonna change. But like I said, sucks to see Score go, and I don't even know for that matter who could rise up and replace him, to be honest. Like, off the top of my head, one person that comes to mind to replace Score would be, like, Kitty, someone like that. People are saying Dilly, but probably sweet someone gonna say no to Dilly. Postbound before the troublemaker, and complicit in Sky's cheating in S9, so he's a gunner. But I guess I'll wait and see when they post who's gonna be. If it's someone like fucked, I'm gonna post about it for sure. Well, earlier in the video, I said I was gonna elaborate on Score saying that people are flocking to third-party servers and why that is, so let's start doing that now. Well, first off, I want to say that the infantilization of DeFi players. In fact, I posted about this like a year ago. Go find the post word for word right now. Alright, I found the post. I relied for 2 different parts of the post, so I'm gonna say both of them in here. Alright, first I said, this deep part that MK and Dilly want to have a main is retarded, cringe, and so fucking stupid. Like I said, we're all, for the most part, way too old for this. The rules against swearing and language filters should be removed at least 2 years ago. I don't agree with it, but I understand some people from calling each other sorts of BS like that. With that being said though, the rules against any banter and insolence should have never been in the game. And this is a competitive game. I put that in quotes for obvious reasons. And people are going to get toxic, people are going to have rivalries. That's why competitive games or sports interesting. And later in the post I said, there's an inherent understanding among everyone. You can catch a warrant for the slightest bit of banter. And that's a big reason why nobody's active in main. And choose other servers like Seoul, Akatsuki Cup, and formerly Valhalla, why 1v1s was a thing. In that post I also brought up the fact that like a year before that, like late 2024, those drama where Maneater and some other people are posting like weird memes. For some reason, like Dilly and someone else started trying to moral fag about it. And that ended with like 2 people leaving the server and one being muted. Or for like a pretty petty power trip, and that was the beginning of the end for sure. And then there was also like 2025 when people trying to say SYBAU. And when that got filtered, I said that would be like the tipping point of them thinking that we're still like fucking kids or we're not. This is not 2020 anymore. Let people in DeFi who are like under the age of 13. And this one it's like only pro. Like I was saying before, we're not kids anymore, we're old enough to like banter, old enough to curse in the server. And I don't know why Mikey and Dilly are insisting on being sticklers for these rules when they're fucking bullshit. And even when they're in VCs themselves, they curse when they're in VCs. Even their own server especially, but in main as well. It's ridiculous for them to still be enforcing these rules for no reason. And think of the memes too, forget about that, that's insane. Like all they're doing that was wrong quote unquote back like 2 years ago was posting like sus screenshots, people saying shit. That's like got them like more muted in that ego power trip that was going on. It's like no wonder they left, like you're being a fucking weirdo. As recording this video, Seal said nothing about Scorda leaving. He's best admin for years, his head admin. And Seal's been radio silent on that, even though we know he's around the game and still doing shit. Like he IP banned someone for scripting, still he's around the community. He's at least lurking, he knows what's going on, but for some reason he just won't address this. But yeah, not much else for me to say about this. Even despite what Score said, we know they're not going to learn. Like all Safo do for the game is cause more drama, engage in more corruption, and keep people banned that could revive the game. So that's that. Score quit, main's going to be cooked after this, going to be Anarchy server. There's going to be more corruption, more drama, and yeah, DeFi's future looks pretty bleak. Average noob out.